Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to this press conference dedicated to Peace Nobel Prize for Memorial. With me are Mr. Tune Kelam, Mrs. Róża Thun, Mr. Krzysztof Lisek, Mr. Gunnar Hökmark, Mrs. Ines Weidere, and Mr. Preda. I will give now the floor to Mr. Lisek to introduce you to this initiative.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we represent over 120 members of the European Parliament who supported already the initiative to nominate the association Memorial from Russia for the Peace Nobel Prize 2014. We started this action as several members a couple of weeks ago, and we are really surprised that so many members of the European Parliament already supported this initiative and this candidature. Among those who already signed this nomination is President of the Parliament, Martin Schulz. There are also former presidents of the European Parliament, Jerzy Buzek and Hans-Gert Poettering. There are the leaders of the political group, EPP, Joseph Daul, Socialist Group, Hannes Swoboda, Guy Verhofstadt, the leader of Liberals, and Daniel Cohn-Bendit, the leader of the Green Group. And we have also many very prominent members of the Parliament, vice presidents of the Parliament, quaestors, Elmar Brok, head of the Foreign Affairs Committee, and so on and so on and so on. I would like to underline, even we six here, we are from EPP. This is not only EPP initiative. The initiators are from all political groups, and also the signatures are from, as I mentioned, from all political groups in the European Parliament. So finally, just final information for you. We will collect the signatures also this week, and next week we are planning to send it to the Peace Nobel Prize Committee by post, by normal classic post. Okay, Róża Thun.
Just to add one sentence to what Krzysztof Lisek has just said, it was very easy to collect the signatures. The support is easy, so to say. I have the impression that everybody in the European Parliament realizes how important it is to show such people as members of Memorial Group as examples to the rest of the world. Because what is there more important than human dignity, human rights, and memory of those who suffered for freedom? Well, this is a European organization. They are in Moscow, so this is Europe, if not Europe, even though it's not European Union, very close to us. But here we remember those on earth who struggle for human rights and human dignity. As you know, the Memorial Society investigates, describes and documents the political persecution of citizens from different nations living in the area of the Soviet Union during the communist dictatorship. And their activity started with that. But today they struggle also for all those who are in prison for political reasons, displaced, for refugees. They struggle for national and ethnic minorities in different parts of the former Soviet Union, and they remind to all others how important it is to live in dignity. They are very courageous people. They are notoriously harassed and persecuted in their own country, and despite the fact that they carry heavy consequences of their doings, they don't abandon the activity. They are very well organized. They are very professional. The circles that are under their impression, influence and examples become larger and larger. And today Oleg Orlov should be with us, but he couldn't come because he was summoned to the prosecutor. As you know, all NGOs in Russia who receive any financial support from abroad are named and treated as foreign agents. So as such, he had to report to the prosecutor today exactly. We invited him to come to participate in the Sakharov Prize. As you know, they are laureates of the Memorial is laureate of the Sakharov Prize. So for all this and many reasons, we decided that with the broad support of our colleagues that they are the best organization to apply for the Nobel Prize.
Thank you, Róża. Gunnar Hökmark.
Thank you very much, and I would like to thank Christoph and Rosa for this initiative and all of those who have taken this initiative. I think this is very serious. The Nobel Prize is about history and future. And there is nothing that those who are responsible for crimes against humanity, war crimes, hate and fear as much as those who are making investigations and distributing information and knowledge about what has happened. They fear that because it is limiting their opportunities. And the opportunity to secure peace in the future lies very much in the common knowledge and understanding that no one can get away with crimes against humanity or crimes against individuals. Those who are responsible for the wars and the conflicts, they must know that they will always be responsible and they will always be remembered and they will always be accused when time is ripe and the opportunity are there. And that's why I think it's so important. For Memorial is doing exactly this. The history of the suffering in Russia, the present situation, but also paving the way for the understanding of human rights and the preconditions for peace. And I think this is a very serious and important nomination, and I hope we will be successful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ines?
Thank you. Just a few things. Everybody of us has heard that sometimes the people doubt whether this organization or this person really deserved the Nobel Prize. This was in the past. I think if Memorial will get this prize, and I'm sure Memorial has to get this prize, I think nobody would doubt that this organization really deserved this prize. Secondly, about this foreign agent, I come from Latvia. I still remember the times of Soviet Union, and I remember this fear. And can you imagine to support in Russia organization Memorial from business people, from somebody? It's scary. The people don't feel safe. And if the democratic forces support Memorial from abroad, this organization becomes foreign agent, which is also in Russia, which now reminds me more and more the Soviet Union is again a very bad thing. So we can understand in which circumstances Memorial functions, Memorial works now. So, and I just wanted to mention what my colleagues already said, that the collection of signatures were really very easy, and I think if the people will find out that this collection started again, there will be much more signatures. I was very surprised that after the announcement that we are collecting these signatures, I got a response from Baltic community in Australia. They collected 241 signatures in support of our nomination, in support of Memorial. And the Latvian government as well, which had Prime Minister Dombrovskis, also supported our initiative. And the Baltic Assembly and Latvian Parliament also will support this, our initiative. And this is only one example from one country, but I believe that all countries around will be supportive as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tune Kelam.
Thank you so much. I think this is a very important and very promising initiative by the members of the European Parliament, because Memorial has won the Sakharov Prize already. And the fact that so many significant members of the European Parliament have co-signed the initiative is really important. I think it's our task to turn attention to the public opinion in our home countries, to mobilize support there. As Ines has mentioned, it is too important. But this nomination will have a very practical significance, because Memorial is at the crossroads between the past and the future. And one of its tasks is to prevent Russia returning to the totalitarian past. It is advocating for truth, and we know that it's truth, the full truth that will make us free, that will make the Russian people and the former Soviet dominated people free of their past. Today, in Russia, there's even no monument to the victims, the millions of victims of totalitarian repressions. No monument, but at the same time, Dzerzhinsky monument is about to be returned to the center of Moscow. And Memorial is being labeled as foreign agent. This reminds us of the serious possibility that the old totalitarian times could return. Nothing is guaranteed if we don't provide our full, dedicated support to the people and organizations who are standing up for justice, for mature civil society, to get rid of totalitarian patterns and to establish full truth. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, Christian Preda.
Thank you very much. Only one thing, because my colleagues said a lot about the idea to support Memorial for the Nobel Peace Prize 2014. You know, a few years ago, the President of the United States received the Nobel Peace Prize, and it was a very important moment. Now, nobody can imagine then the Nobel Peace Prize could go to the President of Russia. And why? Because in Russia, no, the President is not the friend of the peace. The opponents of officials in Russia are the friends of peace, and this is a very interesting political situation. I repeat, nobody can imagine the idea to give the Nobel Peace Prize to someone like Putin. On the contrary, I think that organizations such as Memorial, for example, are qualified to receive such a prize, because in Russia the society is the friend of the peace, not the authorities. This is for me the importance, the political significance of our idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And are there any questions, please?
Yolanda Bodelița from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty and Romanian Public Radio. First, I can help myself to note that as the Eastern Partnership, also this initiative, it's a common it's a together, a common thing, so to say, a common initiative of this initiative of Poland and Sweden, I mean. And my question would be, in the case Russia will cancel this law, are you going to support Memorial for this prize, for the? I'm speaking about the law which prevents NGOs to receive,
which calls them foreign agents, yeah, exactly. Or treats them as.
Exactly.
It doesn't. This application for the Nobel Prize, in fact, doesn't have anything to do with with this pretty recent fact, Memorial has worked and shown its extremely good results of their doings for many, many years. And we would like the recognition for all they have done. And the fact that the surrounding is extremely difficult, this is for them nothing new.
Just one word about the Polish-Swedish cooperation. Of course, we are very happy to cooperate with our friends from Sweden, but as I said in the beginning, this initiative is an initiative of people from all members of the European Parliament, from all European Union countries and all political groups.
It's even bigger than Poland and Sweden. But I would like to respond to this thing about the law and legislation. I think that the whole European idea has been very much formed and strengthened by the knowledge and the understanding of our history regarding the Holocaust, the atrocities of the World War II, and the need to go forward and to learn from this. And I think the same applies when we discuss what Memorial is doing, because they are highlighting and making fact investigations and creating knowledge and understanding of very dark history, which is one part of the European heritage, a brutal part of the European heritage. And I think it paves the way for a new understanding and a learning, at the same time as we have learned from what happened in the dictatorships of Europe. It's important to have a knowledge and understanding about what happened in Russia and in the former Soviet Union, as well as what is happening today, because that is the best way to avoid the same mistakes in the future. And that's why I think this is very serious. This is not only about the situation of Memorial today. It is even more what Memorial can contribute with, has contributed with, and will contribute with.
Are there any other questions? Then thank you and have a nice day. Thank you for coming.